What's going on, Atlanta Hawks fan? This your boy Antoine Smith. Stopping in right quick to give y'all my quick thoughts on Jaylen Brown possibly being an Atlanta Hawk. Bet US has them right now as a favorite plus 200 uh, to come to Atlanta via trade. Jaylen Brown is on a 5-year, $285 million contract. We know that. So money you will probably be entering that first or second apron. But the reason why I would love this move is I'm looking at what Anderson is building in Atlanta and the roster he's put together in just one season. They went out and got Nob via free agency. You have Jonathan Kuminga they got via trade from Golden State. Then you have Dyson Daniel, one of the best defensive players in the league. Now Zachary Ricochet hasn't panned out as Atlanta fans would hope, but you got to understand that was a Landry Fields pick. So when you look at that aspect, could he be moved this offseason? It's very possible. But the reason why I love this trade is Jalen Johnson, the Atlanta Hawks rising star. I knew when they got him out of Duke, when they did in the first round, it was a steal because I watched the games that he did play at Duke, and I saw the talent there. So Jalen Brown, Finals MVP, NBA champion, Wheeler High School alum in Marietta, Georgia, hometown kid, and he would bring a scoring punch that I think the Hawks need. So when you look at what transpired over the last year, the Hawks actually went out and tried to trade for Brown last year, and the reports were out there. It says the Celtics had a very brief conversation with Atlanta about Brown last summer, as the team in the midst of its roster deconstruction. And remember, they traded Trey Young last year, and they got back Corey Kispert, C.J. McCullough, but what did it yield? Really nothing. So they plan on bringing back C.J. McCollum, even at 34, 35 years old, which I think is kind of crazy. But hey, let's go on. But it said it didn't go anywhere. Atlanta was leaving a Browns contract, and Boston wasn't looking to give him away, which is absolutely true. And on a 5-year, $85 million deal, it wouldn't have been easy anyway. But Brown has taken a leap. Say he's a landing spot for all NBA first team and could finish in the top 5 MVP voting. And he could be a A-list starter that the Hawks need. So when you look at that aspect of it, man, I just think Jaylen Brown to the Atlanta Hawks just makes a whole lot of sense. In the aspect of he brings scoring punch. He's a pretty decent defensive two-way player. 28 points this year, nearly 7 rebounds. Then you pair him, with Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels. But the only thing that you got to worry about is that salary. But would the Hawks risk that? I think they would. Onyeka Okongwu is on a nice size deal. You can add him into the deal. Zach Ricochet. And Boston, I think, is Jason Tatum's team. And I think they're going to build around Jason Tatum and probably try to build towards another world championship roster. So Atlanta and Jaylen Brown, I think, is a perfect mix. Scoring punch, two-way player to go along with a young superstar in Jaylen Brown and and Dyson Daniels. That's a solid starting lineup. Now, the only thing that I think the Hawks will have to do after that is go out and get a big man, a rim protector, and they have 2 first-round picks. So they could get a center on the back end of the first, and with that lottery pick that they have, that could add another punch. So this could be the building block with Jalen Johnson, Jaylen Brown, and that first round, that top lottery pick. The Hawks could be headed in the right direction. But Jaylen Brown to the Atlanta Hawks, man, tell me what y'all think. Drop those comments. Let's debate. Let's have fun as always, man. Y'all know how we do it on Sports Machine. This your boy Antoine Smith signing off. I will holler at y'all later, man. Peace.